that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up, watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Hit him, 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 hit him. Listen, 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 listen. It's Eagles talk high, it's talk Eagles. Philly bleed green, it's from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's peep the squad. Big Pat shelling, Dante the dark job. Drop the stats on them, drop the facts on them. Spur game, baby, let's get it on.
And what's going on, family? This is your boy Pat, and that's my co-host Michelle. There's no dark night tonight because we gotta work.
It's so just us.
It's just Eagles talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans, and we are here to spread some news, spread some cheer, talk about some signings. Finally, the Eagles have signed somebody that's not from this team, and we get to celebrate a little bit or debate. We got a lot to do today. We got a lot to talk about. Michelle, how are you?
I'm good. I can't complain. Started my exercising back up as the weather broke, back at the park and all that, those good things. But I can't complain. Trying to stay alive, stay healthy, and make it to a hot girl summer at some point.
I'm doing the same thing. I actually did start my workout today. I'm trying to get my slim down because my brother lost about 35 pounds and he kind of rubbing in my face. I said, all right, because you're not eating. That's why you lost that weight. So I got to slim down and get slim and trim for the summer.
Gotta get that COVID-19 off.
COVID 35. All right, let me talk about the third co-host in here. Our fans, you guys tuning in. You see the banner below. Share the show. We're trying to get our viewership up. We just go to Eagles Talk on Facebook, look for our lovely faces on there, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Because sooner enough, we're gonna move over to YouTube from Facebook and deliver some more content. But with that being said, the first person in the room goes out to Roger. Said, "Sup." Very easy. Kevin Johnson, Flacco, the GOAT. Oh my goodness. We gotta talk about that. John D. Batista, South Carolina Bird Game checking in. What's up, Eagles Talk? What's going on, John? Richard Boo, he said, what's up, Eagles family? Kevin Johnson. All right, I had you in there. I know you checking in from the DMV. Quavo, one of the favorite names I like to pronounce. How y'all feel about Cool Joe Flacco though? Oh yeah, listen.
Shout out Tony. He checking in from down under. Okay.
Yes, all the way from down under. It got to be like 1 o'clock in the morning there or something, or
right?
1 o'clock the next day. I don't know what it is, but I appreciate you
our
checking
Aussie brothers out there.
I'm not gonna put that one on Andrew. That's a long rant. I'm gonna put that up there in a minute. With that being said, we're not gonna do any long introductions because that's Dark Knight's thing. He likes to go to a 10-minute introduction, then go to drinking.
Like he preaching.
So if you know me, you know what I like to do.
Straight no chaser.
Straight no chaser. It's just the first time viewing Eagles Talk. We like to talk about our favorite football team and enjoy our favorite beverage. Today, I'm partaking in 2 type of drinks because I chilled one, but I wanted to do a little Jameson. So I got my Jameson Irish whiskey. Michelle
I got Captain
has
Morgan.
Captain Morgan. And just let me know what you're drinking out there. We're going to take a shot for our Eagles. For them getting positive with the cap space. How about that?
That's a plus. That's a
a
big deal.
Plus. So let me know what you're drinking out there. I see Richard Boo's drinking some Grey Goose and Bud Light. I got water on the side because, like I said, I'm working out. So I got to get this body back in shape somehow, some way. So without any further ado, down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the First Quarter.
Woo. And just like the theme said, what we're talking about today is the signings of our free agents. We signed Cool Joe Flacco from Delaware, right? He's from Delaware?
No, he's from look. Pause.
He went to Delaware. He's a Delaware.
He went to Delaware. He is from Audubon, New Jersey, South Jersey. Stand up. He's home. He's back home. That's literally 15 minutes from my crib. So Yeah, he's a South Jersey boy, went down to Delaware and played ball as well. So he spent his high school growing up and his college career pretty much in the Del Val. So he's definitely a hometown guy. All they talked about today was his when you were little, would you dream of playing for the Eagles? Blah blah blah. But
I had
yeah,
a
I'm
picture.
I'm
I
I'm
had a little
happy. I know
picture.
people. I know
Yeah.
other people are saying all these crazy things, and I'm sure you want to jump right into that. But
I do, but I want to talk about the contract for one thing.
all
So
right,
for
let's talk the
before we go
numbers.
before we go into what he said in his press conference, you got to understand the numbers that we are giving Joe Flacco. So before we signed Joe Flacco, we was about $3.3 million over the cap. So we had money. We finally broke even and had some money to sign some people. So we decided to come out there. How he decides to sign uh, Joe Flacco to a 1 year, $3.5 million contract with another $4 million in incentives, meaning he can make up to $7.5 million with this one contract. Last year, Joe Flacco made $1.5 million.
He didn't
$1.5 million.
leverage his incentives. He
Hold
didn't
up.
do any of that though, did he?
With the Jets.
Did he do that though?
With
But
the
did
Jets.
he?
The
What were
Jets.
his incentives?
The Jets. The incentives are all day more playing time.
Hmm.
I didn't get the more of the language of it. Some of the details haven't been released yet. But to understand that
I mean, with
Joe
the
Flacco
Jets, he
with the
got his
Jets,
1.7. What did he get with the Jets? What were his
1.7,
incentives? What was his incentives on top of
1.7,
that, including
1.7,
incentives?
1.7.
Mm.
He signed for 1.7. They gave him 1.7.
He's a pricey backup. So for all y'all folks thinking he's gonna start, like, come on, y'all, stop. He was a
So
backup in two places already. Did you think we signed him as an insurance policy and to be a presence in that locker room, no matter what the speculation is?
well, he doesn't think he's there to be a backup.
I disagree. I think he's not giving the press. He knows this area. He knows what everybody's clamoring to hear. If anybody knows, Joe knows.
Mhm.
Joe knows Philly. He said that in the press conference. He's like, it could be either all good or it could be all bad. He pulled no punches when it came to understanding this market and this base. So I don't I just think he's not giving a lot away. But he didn't come here, to not compete. We need somebody to compete in that QB room. And what was his last statement? Tell me his last sentence
All
that
right,
we talked about.
let me give you the
Give the
statements
full statement. Give the full
from
statement.
Joe Cool Flacco from his press conference. Um, Joe Flacco on competing for a starting QB job. Your goal is to prove that you can play football. That was my job. I want to prove I'm not just some old guy that's been around the league. I want to prove I deserve some respect and I can play it at a high level. I'm a competitor. Being a competitor brings out the best in the quarterback room and team.
That's right.
So you're competing for a starting position with what we thought would be a backup position for a Jalen Hurts, who we all touted to say, you know what, give young boy the rings, right? You said that.
I mean, do you think he's going to come out and say, "Yes, I know I'm here to be the backup"? Come on, it's Joe Flacco. He got a ring. No quarterback is going to come and say, "I'm going to be the backup." He's going to say, I'm here to help the team." That's like their 101, to go to playbook in their press conferences. Even the backups will never admit that they're going to be a backup, in the off season.
See,
They're never going to do
I
that.
understand that. I understand the competition in the quarterback room. Understand being competitive and bringing the best out of each player.
Hmm.
You're supposed to do that. But
Yeah.
the thing that I don't understand, especially with this organization, is that you're finally over the cap. You have glaring needs in this on this team that you can get on free agent. I understand that you're not. I understand that you're not getting the full. You can't go out there and get a Javon Clowney or go out there and buy a JJ Watt because you don't have the money. But you can get second tier guys. Adoree Jackson was knocking on our door. Some way somehow we should have found a way to bring him in. Some way somehow we should have found a
Hmm.
way to bring him in. Some way somehow. Then we go around and spend pretty much the amount of all the money we have on Joe Flacco as a backup or a starting quarterback. I fully do not agree with that.
Yeah, I don't believe the hype of Joe's going to, be a starter. Or I don't even think it's in the organization's realm. They went and got insurance. They went and got a good backup, so we didn't have to have any drama at draft time, because you know how heated the city would have been if they drafted a QB because
Yeah.
they were light in that QB room. It would have been a problem. This way, that's off the table now. We don't have to worry about them drafting a QB because they went and got Flacco. So for me, it was like, good. Okay, now I could see the path to getting that wide out or getting that D back, that cornerback in the draft
Where
if they're available. If available.
listen, the way these guys are running at these pro days, I don't know if they will be available.
Look,
Let's go to some of the our throw curve
we
hosts in the
gotta
building.
try though. At least we're not looking for a quarterback at the draft. That's
Do
important
we
to me.
really know that?
That would be
Let me go to some
terrible.
comments. Let me go to some comments. Hey, Sulema, she said hello to everybody.
Hey,
Christopher
Sulema.
Burton out there. He said we got Wacko Flacco. I guess Richard is talking to Sue. Asks, is are you doing any better?
Yep. Hope you're feeling better.
Stacy, he knows he's a backup, especially with the young bro as a
Yeah,
starter.
he can't
We
even
don't
run
know
as
that.
fast as
We
he's
know
a backup. I'm
he's a
calling it.
stature.
He's a backup. I know we need things to talk about, but Joe is a backup. Stop.
Any thoughts? What's up, Joe Guns? Any thoughts on what's going on with Watson? No thoughts right now. I really want all the facts put out there before we pass
Yeah,
judgment on him. I know
true.
this is a serious situation, so I'm not making a fight of it whatsoever. But I always said I wanted to have the facts before I can, say or talk about what's going on. Richard Boo, I wanted Alex Smith to mentor Hurts. I kind of did too, because you know what he
Mm,
Alex, he's a proven winner though. He has won. He has won. He's a
what?
winner.
He's a runner. He won.
No, he's a
He has
winner.
a
He's a winner. Yeah,
he
he's
has a
definitely a
ring.
winner. No, he doesn't have a winning. No,
Mm.
he don't have a ring.
Next question.
Tony,
Next question.
3.5 for a vet backup seems reasonable compared to other QBs movements in the market. Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah,
reasonable, but we didn't have any money.
no, I get it, but we didn't get some no name backup that's been in the league for 12 years bouncing around teams that hasn't won anything. We got a top tier backup. Let's be clear. They don't come cheap either. That's an
He,
insurance policy.
he
Period.
doesn't
It's
think he's
an
going to be a
insurance
backup,
policy.
but it's cool. It's all good.
I
Uh,
don't know. I doubt so.
Terrence Hopkins. What's going on, Terrence? There were too many connections for Adore to go to the Giants. We
Mm,
had never had. Yeah, I do agree that we never
yeah.
really had a chance. Sheldon Mortars, Flacco contract. Yeah, it's 3.5 million deal worth 7.5, and that $4 million incentive is playing time. So that's playing time.
Hmm.
Jeremiah. So who should we draft? Wide receiver, offensive lineman, defensive back.
Receiver first.
There you
I
go.
don't switch to you. Receiver first, and then a
Look at
DB.
you. Look at you.
No, I want a weapon. And since the young bucks are working out, and
Mm,
Hertz did text Flacco as soon as he heard the deal, so he's excited to have him here. I don't think he would be excited to have him here if he didn't know what role he was going to play for him. Number
yeah.
one, but yeah, if they add one more weapon at wideout, and they're all these little young bucks, I think there's a lot. I think our little crazy coach will be excited to
Our
just
crazy,
go for broke with them. You know what I
our
mean? They're
crazy coach.
moldable. They're moldable. He could try some new things and bring some new perspectives. I know a lot of people trash him because of his press conferences, but at the end of the day, you want somebody that's actually passionate about putting in different plays and different looks. We haven't had that. We
I
haven't
agree.
had that underdog. You know what
I
I
agree.
mean? The most innovation we had was when the year we went to the Super Bowl. Other than
Yeah.
that, I haven't seen any type of different looks, and so I'm just excited for a new perspective. I'm not really dwelling on the fact that homie can't hold a press conference without sounding like a college or high school coach. That doesn't bother
Maybe,
me.
maybe no more press conference for him. All right.
Yeah, like,
Let me
can
get
you
to
win?
this. Well, we'll find out shortly. We definitely
Yeah.
will find
Can
out
you
shortly.
win? That's all I
Let me
care
get to
about.
this long comment by Andrew. Andrew put up there, good move. Now the Eagles won't have to draft a QB, and
That's
Joe
what I said,
Flacco
Andrew.
will be the backup QB to Jalen Hurts, since Jalen Hurts is the Eagles' starting QB for 2021 season. The Philadelphia
He's
Eagles Super Bowl
excited. He
champions, 52
hype.
champions.
He
Jalen
hype.
Hurts Super Bowl. Listen, I don't know about that, man.
Yeah.
I like it. Speaking into existence, Andrew. Speaking into existence, we got a lot of things. We got a lot of pieces to fill. Let me go to some more current comments.
I like
Uh,
Tony's comment. He has a good point about
Let me put
that.
this one up. Let me put this one
Pitts.
up there.
Isn't Kyle Pitts a tight end?
He's a tight end, but he ran.
What?
All right. I'm gonna talk about that in the second quarter. I'll talk about him in the second quarter. So,
All right,
Richard,
fine.
I talked about him in the second quarter just for you, okay? Uh, a former Tony put up once a former Super Bowl MVP. Basically passes prime. They picked up Foles, who comes minus the risk of fan base revolt. The moment Hurts throws an interception, good pickup. So I get what you're saying.
Hmm.
By picking up Joe Flacco and not picking up a Nick Foles, you avoid that pitfall that we as Philadelphia fans that love a Nick Foles who heard that conversation about us trading for Nick Foles will fall into that same pitfall of, you know what, he throw a bad pass, we need to put Nick Foles in there. So I totally understand that, and I totally appreciate that comment by Tony. But yeah, I don't have a dinger go in because my phone is low. So that is the end of the quarter. So I'm gonna end this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
Hey, Dante's here in spirit. The Dark Knight's here in
He
spirit.
is.
So you're watching Eagles talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. I'll let Dante talk to you about it.
Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That is by Eagles fans for Eagles fans.
Yes, it is. And one thing that we like to do on this show, shout out to Joe Guns, who got us started doing this, is not only talk about our favorite football team, but we also like to drink our favorite beverage in the form of whatever drink you drinking. And right now I'm doing the Jameson Irish whiskey. I already poured my shot. Michelle's over there doing the Captain Morgan spice rum. Let me know what you're drinking out there. I'm also got a little bottle of water. I got to chase it with a little water.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
know what
yeah.
you're
I got
doing.
I got some stuff too.
I
To chase
see.
it.
Let me know what
I
you're
got
doing
some
out there
stuff.
as we get ready to the second quarter to continue the conversation about the free agent signing of Joe Flacco and our future linebacker Alex Singleton. And let's take a shot for cool Joe Flacco. How about that? Cool Joe Flacco from Alabama, New Jersey, right?
Cool Joe. Cool Joe.
Cool Joe.
Autobahn.
Yes.
Autobahn.
Down the hatch in 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
So let's talk about Kyle Pitts. I mean, if we could bring him in as a receiver, I don't think we need another tight end.
We're not bringing
You,
him in as a receiver.
no.
No. All right.
Well,
Let me. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news because don't get me wrong. Kyle Pitts at 6'6", 6'5", 6'6", at
and he's
240,
tall. I love
running a
that.
4.4. That's awesome. I mean, be a workout warrior and be awesome. But his tape does back it up. But you're coming to this league as a tight end. We're not going to flex you out and have you play wide receiver. Um, the thing
But if
about
he
it is,
has the wheels, what's the problem?
the thing about it, pro days are kind of biased to the athlete. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're not being electric time like you are doing in Indy at the combine. You're being hand time. And when you're being
Mhm.
hand time, you're subject to somebody watching you first move and watching you cross the line. And by doing that, you gain tenths of a second. So with that being said, a 4.4 on at the combine actually might be a
4,
4.6,
5.
which is
Yeah.
not it's not bad for a tight
Right.
end. It's definitely
Yeah.
not bad. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, you're not ooh and odd. Today, Mika Parsons from Penn State, we ran a 4.39 at linebacker. The
Nice.
DN. I can't even say the DN's name. He ran a 4.36.
Mhm.
So these numbers are skewed because of the hand time, and when you got multiple receivers now running or multiple guys running 4.2s, you had Eric Eric Strokes from the cornerback from Georgia. He's a fast guy. I already know he's a fast guy. I thought he was a 4.3 guy, but he ran a 4.26.
Mm.
Rodell Moore, the wide receiver, small wide receiver from Purdue, ran a 4.2. I mean, these numbers are based on a hand time, and when you do that, you're not going to see the difference in these times.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, making him a wide receiver in this league, you have to show me more than what you showed me at the University of Florida. The ability to get off press, I've seen that a couple of times, especially when once you get Patrick Surtain. He does have that ability to get off press. Does he have the ability to win every single time? Because I already told you, we have an athlete like him already on the team, and he struggled against press coverage in the NFL. It's two different types of press coverage. You got college press coverage, then you got the pro press coverage. It's
Right.
totally different. It's a
Right.
total different monster. And if he wants to play wide receiver in this league, or a tight end in this league, he has to learn to block. His blocking is very suspect
Mhm.
on the college level. If it's suspect on the college level, it's going to be terrible on the pro level because you're only going against the best of the best at the defensive end position sometimes. So with that being said, Pitts, I think you can get a more serviceable tight end in the second, third, or fourth round. I like my guy from Penn State, Pat Fairmew. I mean, he's 6'5", 250. He's a great blocker. He can catch the ball. He reminds me of Brick Sellett. And if you remember Britt Sellett could do it
Mhm.
all. Not only could he catch the ball and make spectacular catches, he was a hell of a blocker.
He was. He was a great
Hell
blocker.
of a blocker.
He
And
was a great blocker.
that's what we need. I know we need a receiving tight end, but in this type of offense with these older offensive linemen,
our tight ends
to
have to
block.
block. No, it's a problem when our tight ends don't block on this offense,
Mhm.
and the fans see it. We're aware that we need our tight ends and our running backs. We kill our running backs when they don't block. We kill our
Mhm.
tight ends when they don't block. You have to be able to pick up the block even on offense. But that's always been signature of the Eagles, is making sure we had at the skill position, they also had some type of blocking ability, or at least was able to pick up a block for half a second to keep the play going.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be able to block on this league.
What
And
are the I'm sorry to cut you off, but what are
Just go.
the draft predictions saying? I've seen they the draft analysis saying, Kyle Pitts may go to the Eagles. What are the names being thrown out there with some of the
So right now they
the
have
mock
Kyle Pitts.
drafts, the mock drafts?
Well, the mock draft. Everybody could do a mock draft and call it, the best draft. Well, listen, like you said, the mock draft. Right now they have Kyle Pitts because of his pro day going to the Cincinnati Bengals.
Interesting.
The Cincinnati they did pick
What's
up
their pick?
They're right in front of us. They're pick number 5.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they would pick I'm sorry, I think it's pick 4. So they would pick up the Pitts, and we'd be forced to get Jamar Chase or Devontae Smith. I'm more leaning to Devontae Smith. Let me go to some of these comments real quick because I know they're wanting to talk about it. The White Dachshund, Providence Crossing. That's Dark Knight's neighbor right there. John Batista, Pitts is 6'6", 240, same 40 time as TL ran at the combine. But the difference is TL ran it at the combine. He ran it at a pro day. And as it goes back to tell you about pro days, Yindor said, didn't Jalen Rager run a 4.2 at his pro day? He did. He did run a 4.2 at his pro day. But how much stock can you put into pro days? Not a lot.
That's the question.
That's the question. Richard Bull said, I would try Pitts at wide receiver. I wish I could find this.
Where is the law that says he can't do both? Where's the law that you can't put
There's
him
no
in a
law.
wide
There is no
receiver
law.
set and recruit him if he does get picked? Say the mock draft is accurate and we bring in Pitts. Where's the rule book that says you can't put him in some schemes where he's the wide out?
You could put him anywhere you want to put him.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. He's 6'6".
But just because you're 6'6" doesn't make you a great. Listen, all right, I'm 6'1".
Then you say he could get off the
No.
press. Then
I
you say
want
he
to say
could get off
this.
the press.
I'm gonna say this as a receiver at 6'6" and 240, right? So I'm 6'1". If I have to go attack you, what's going to happen? I'm going to take your legs out all the time. That was doing that actually shortened Calvin Johnson, one of the best receivers we've seen.
He was really
career.
good. Yeah,
It
he
shortened
was
his
really
career. He said
good.
he had to stop playing. He retired because the amount of hits he was taking upon his legs because he was so taller and so much bigger than everybody else. So Pitts he's going to get the same treatment. He's going to get the same exact treatment.
Welcome to the NFL.
Yeah. Welcome to the NFL.
Welcome to the NFL.
Oh man, let me go to some more comments. Yindar said, "Man, Jane Rager ain't no." All right, so
would know. Pat would know.
if Jalen's a 4-4, right, and we seen 4-4, we see what the 4-4 can get us. The same thing is going to apply to Pitts. Pitts is going to run a 4-4. If he runs a 4-4, I mean, and we see what a 4-4 does for us, that doesn't open anything up. That means he's covered.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go to Tyree. If you put up Chase, Pitts, Waddle, that's his orders. I mean, I like Waddle. I like Waddle. I don't think he's a first round draft pick. Because he's more of a one trick pony. He definitely remind me of not John Ross, Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs was more or less, I wanted him because of his speed, because he was more or less can get you downfield like a Deshaun Jackson. Waddle is almost the same type mode. He's a one trick pony. He doesn't really run a routes right. Chris like a Smith. He doesn't really get off too much of a jam. He just relies on his speed. Pitts, like I said, if he's there and we could trade back and get to him, then I'm okay with that. Not in the top 10. I don't think you draft a tight end in the top 10. Travis Kelce wasn't drafted in the top 10. George Kittle wasn't drafted in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
George Kittle, I think, was drafted in the 5th round. He's one of the best tight ends in football.
He is.
Rob Gronkowski, Gronk was drafted in the 2nd round, I believe. Our tight end, Zach Ertz, both of our tight ends were drafted in the 2nd round. Some of the better tight ends are drafted not in the 1st round, but in the 2nd, the 3rd, 4th rounds. That's where you find these guys is going to work hard. It's going to not rely on their name and be bust. They're going to work their butt off to be the best thing they can be. And I think that's the route that we need to go. I really just want us to get a playmaker, and the playmaker I see us getting is between Jamar Chase and Devontae Smith. What do you think?
I agree. We need playmakers, period. And we need to be more aggressive in the draft of going after those playmakers. Obviously, we have the X factor of Howie Roseman and his shenanigans. So, you never know what you're going to get. I don't even like going into draft day blind, not knowing what the team's priorities are. But, he left it so vague. Let's go get the best player we can get that's available at that time. But we need to prioritize filling needs. We definitely need to prioritize filling needs. So yeah, but I think tight ends do well in Philly, and I think with our new coach, we definitely have an opportunity. If it's Pitts, I think we can give him some different looks. But yeah, I prefer a traditional wide out or D-back first before a tight end. So if we can go get a tight end in the next round, that would be great.
My thing is, if we're going to draft somebody, especially a tight end number 6, you got to think that he needs to be a Hall of Famer, right? The last tight end that got drafted at number 6, I'm going to put you last tight end that got drafted in
Come with them stats, Pat. Come with them stats.
The last tight end that got drafted number 6 was Vernon Davis. He ran a 4.38. He was a fast guy. Do you think of Vernon Davis being a Hall of Famer? No. Yeah, he went to one Pro Bowl in his. How long he played? He played for a very long time. I think he played for 10 years. He had two career Pro Bowl selections. Two. 2. No. no, that's not gonna cut it.
Negative.
That's definitely not gonna cut it. If we draft a guy at number 6, I expect more out of him than 2 Pro Bowls.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah. He better have more than 2 Pro Bowls at number 6. Hell
There
out
you
of
go.
here.
I just want a playmaker. Yes, that's all we want is a
That's
playmaker.
it. That's it.
And the crazy thing, we're talking about Pitts, but we still haven't got rid of or traded Zach Ertz. He's still a Philadelphia Eagle as of we speak right now. He's still
Yeah.
a Eagle. I mean, right now he's still Eagle.
Yeah.
So I don't think after June 1st, if he's not going, I mean, he's going to be here. And why go after a tight end when you still got 2 tight ends that's servable, and you got a guy that's converting from a wide receiver and Hakeem Butler? And I keep toting Hakeem Butler's a horn because he's the same. They're the same exact player. They're the same exact player, but Hakeem Butler was more dominant at wide receiver in college than Kyle Pitts was, and he did it a little bit longer than Kyle Pitts. We'll go some more comments.
Can you throw up John Batiste's comment? He had a good point about Sirianni's past work with tight ends.
Right here. John Batiste said, remember Sirianni is a genius with tight ends. Look how Abram fell off after he left Sirianni and went to Pittsburgh. Pitts would thrive in our offense. Yeah, I believe so. I think he already has the Pitts prototype. Like, don't get me wrong. I really believe Hakeem Butler could be that guy for us.
I mean, I do. I like our tight ends.
Yeah,
if
we get rid of Zach Ertz, if we do finally get rid of Zach Ertz, I believe Hakeem Butler can step into that position that he's looking for in Pitts and be that receiving tight end that we didn't expect to be that dynamic. He has those traits. He ran a 4.4 at the combine. so I mean, that's more on record than a pro day 4.4. So I really want us to not concentrate on Kyle Pitts, even though if we're able to get back into the first round by trading Zach Ertz and trading a draft pick, because we got 11 draft picks, and get back in there in some way, somehow we can draft them. And not only just draft a receiver at number 6, come back in there and draft Pitts, I would take him.
Hell yeah. Yeah. No doubt. No doubt.
Let's do what the Brooklyn Nets do. This all offense, no defense.
Just stack it.
All offense, no defense. All right. So I got in this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
Let me do this.
Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage
Dante,
show.
we're missing Dante today.
Eagles fans for Eagles fans.
Yes, you are watching Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And on this show, we like to do is talk about our favorite team and enjoy our favorite adult beverage. Right now, I'm gonna take one more shot. How about that?
Yeah, this is my last shot. I gotta
Irish
actually
whiskey.
make some food for us to eat here.
Yeah, I didn't eat yet. That's
Captain Morgan's.
And my co-host Michelle is doing Captain Morgan's. Let me know what you're drinking out there right now.
Well, I'm making curry chicken and shrimp after this, so the spicy rum kind of goes better with the coconut curry flavor and not vodka. That's why I'm really drinking Captain Morgan's, because I didn't want to mess up my dinner.
That sounds awesome. You know what I'm eating?
Air. What are you eating?
Leftovers.
Leftovers. Yeah, I have no more leftovers. I can't get takeout again. And I've been working like working hard all week. So I want to cook something
for the money. Well, let's do this.
Working hard for the money.
Let's take the shot to our Philadelphia Eagles drafting the right player this year. Because if we have done that in the past 4 years, we wouldn't be in our situation that we are right now.
Oh.
So let's look
to the football gods. To the football gods.
Look it down upon us so we could take oh, come on, Steph. I can't take a shot.
Is she having a dry month? She not drinking?
No, she's at work.
Oh, damn. She really not drinking.
Yeah.
All right. So, this is for Steph. This is for the missus.
Yeah, for the missus. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
How come everybody had to work tonight? What's going on?
It's 67 degrees outside. Yeah, how about that? I do want to come over to eat. That sounds curry chicken. Well, I'm not a coconut person, so you ain't you the
You
coconut.
won't taste it. I mean,
Yeah.
I add the coconut milk into the sauce, so
hmm
that's all.
Let me go back to some comments real quick.
Oh,
B
thanks,
Dizzle.
Dante. Dante's here. Oh, heart. Love Dante.
He's at work, but he said, "Appreciate you, Dante." Dark Knight, as you gonna call him. Go back to some comments. Miles Smith fly, Eagles fly. I got a feeling Ertz will be an Eagle.
I
I
can
do
see
too.
that. It's taking too long. I feel like he might just hang out. Like, what else could he do? He can hang out with Flacco, see what Ertz can do. Like,
Mm.
come on, he could chill, finish his career here.
Yeah, no.
How
All right.
about no?
Robert Tomko said, "How about Joe Flacco for quarterback?" We talked about that. I really want him to
I
compete with
said no.
Hurts, but I really need him to be our backup.
Yeah,
Yendor put up a comment. Pat, I think anybody drafted in the top 10 has Hall of Fame expectations. Yes, we
amen
really
to
do.
that.
But I mean, some teams really hit on these guys, like really hit on these top 10 guys. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Um, Barry Bernhardt, Ragnar is never going to make that. I don't know what you're talking about, 4-4, but I guess. B Dizzle. Sorry, I'm late. Should we go for a DB in a second? I think we should go for a DB in the second round. If we don't trade some of those picks, because there are some guys that have the ability to be special. That's going to be hitting gems. Eric Strokes before from Georgia, before they even mentioned, y'all saw him in his pro day was 40. Nobody was talking about him. He was a hidden gem. Now because he running a 4.2 and a 4.3, he jolted up to the first round. So there's going to be guys that fall that's going to be there that we can pick that's actually going to be very good for this football team in the second round.
Well,
Uh,
I want a DB. B Jizzle.
yeah, I
I've
do.
been saying that week after week. I definitely want a
You
DB.
cannot let go of Smith or Chase. You
I
cannot.
know. I want a tall DB though. Like, come on. I want.
You gonna have our pick of guys. There's gonna be a lot of people coming out.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll do this for you. Next week, I'll have a list of the corners, and I'll list their height, their weight, and should have some of these pro days done already
Can you just
for you.
list the ones that are over 6 feet and call it a day?
Well, Asante Sammy Jr. is not over 6 feet.
I know. I know. It's
uh,
just because these receivers are getting taller and more, the Megatrons of the world is coming out. How are our corners going to compete with that besides hitting their legs all the time?
but you gotta understand something. The best receivers in the league aren't 6'5", 6'6". They
That's
are
true.
6 foot, 6'1". Because
That's
as a
true.
receiver, you gotta be able to sink your hips, get in
All
and out
right.
of cuts.
5'11", 5'10", 5'11" DBs.
Oh,
I don't
5'11".
want a DB that I could look in the eye. And old school Eagles DBs, I could look in the eye. Like I felt like I could fight them. For
Really,
real, for real.
really, 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 really.
And I'm only 5'6", but in some
Oh,
heels I'm 5'9".
oh, Michelle, I'm 6'1", so we're good. um, I want to put this comment up here by Quavo, but I know you already saw it.
I saw him. Thanks, Quavo. I appreciate it. I do have a little sister. She can cook.
Uh oh. I'm gonna leave that one there.
She a little wild though. She's a little wild.
Rashawn says solid backup. I'm happy because I feel like we won't draft one now. You know what? I think with the acquisition of
Yes.
Joe Flacco, that does take us out the run, but not all the way. There are some guys I've been talking about. Trash, Trash from Florida, the quarterback that was thrown in Kyle Pitts, who Brian Johnson was the quarterback's coach for down in Florida. They might draft him in the later rounds. A lot of people are
Later
forgetting about
rounds,
him.
cool. You wanna add to your QB room in the later rounds, that's fine, but not round 1 and not round 2. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. They need to round 1 and 2 needs to be for the weapons that we need on at the speed positions. You could go ahead. You want to go get another quarterback in the later rounds, knock yourself out. Not
Yeah,
round 1 and round 2.
I agree with that. Deshae James, get a seasoned wide receiver, draft a corner. We don't. It's nobody available. There's no seasoned wide receiver out there that's available. Just name a few. Actually, I pull it up for you. They're everybody's pretty much uh already signed. We don't have any money. We have $800,000, $822,000 to sign a season wide receiver. If you want to sign a season wide receiver, that's not going to cut it. The only person out there is Golden Tate. No, I'm looking at no. I mean, we can grab Marquise Goodwin. We already had him. But let me go to another comment. I like this one. Joe Horn Jr. from South Carolina. He's going in the top 15.
Mm.
I wouldn't be surprised. I hate to say this because he might fall to this team, but he might fall to the Dallas Cowgirls. Um,
Ugh.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, he is talented. He has that length. Balls. He's 6'1", 6'2". He's about 205 pounds. He ran a 4.3. He's actually faster than Patrick Surtain. Patrick Surtain ran a 4.4. But technique about him is that the one big knock about Horn is he's more touchy. He's more hands on. In grabbing in the NFL, you can't be grabbing after 5 yards. So I mean, that's
Mhm.
defensive holding, that's pass interference. We had a guy like that. His name was Jalen Mills. Jalen Mills was the master at grabbing people, and he got a lot of flags for it.
And he's not here anymore.
I wish he was though.
I know. I
I
felt
wish he
kind of
was.
like I'm going to miss the green hair and
He's keeping the green hair.
is he?
Yes, he is. He's keeping the
Wow.
green hair. Quavo. Okay, back to football. Yes, yes. Back to football. um, Let me see. It worries me that we haven't picked up no corners in free agent. It makes me think that we are drafting the corner. You know what? I was thinking that. I was
Hmm.
really thinking that we
That's
might
a
end
good
up drafting
observation.
that we might draft a corner, being as though that we're not picking up one. And
Mhm.
the one person I only could think of us picking up is two guys. It's either Patrick Surtain or Joe Horn. They're the corners I want here. But with that said, you can't pass off these wide receivers. You cannot pass on these wide receivers. These guys are pretty good and pretty dynamic. And if you could put up 30 points, I mean, I think we can hold the team to 28, maybe. Maybe. No, we're not gonna hold them.
We'll see. We'll see.
No, let's
We'll
see.
see.
The free agents that's available right now, there are some guys that's available. AJ
Anybody
Bouye,
worth anything now? Anybody that could actually contribute? Like, let's be real.
Richard Sherman. Well, no. Um,
Mhm. How old
Mackenzie
is Richard
Alexander.
Sherman? How old is Richard Sherman?
He's his 30s. Richard, no, Mackenzie Alexander. He's 28.
There
He's
you
my
go.
market
Okay.
value. You have Kevin King. A lot of people are not big on him because when he last year with the Packers, he got picked on. But at the same time, he's a guy that with better technique, he can be much better. And Arasu Douglas.
Mm.
I mean, these are the taller corners. AJ
Mhm.
Bouye is more like a slot corner. He's a 5'10" guy. Mackenzie Alexander is 5'11", 6 foot. But Rasul Douglas fits that mold of
I wouldn't be against bringing him back either,
yeah. I
Yendor.
wouldn't back.
I wouldn't be against bringing Rasul back.
Yeah, I think that would be a great addition because he already knows the system. I'm gonna say knows the system. The system that we run is a 4-3 cover two is his system. He flourishes in cover two. He's not that prototypical man corner. So he
Yeah,
flourishes.
he's a plug and play back. He's a plug and play.
Yeah. So that's the guys that's out there that's under 30. Everybody else is over 30. Got some guys my age there. Whew, that hurts. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, as far as the free agents, it's not many guys out there. I really did want a Dory Jackson because he gives you that ability to not only be a corner but punt return, kick return. He has that. He does that dual. But with him going to the Giants, The Giants and the Patriots are stocking up for something. I don't know what they're trying to prove, but it's not going to happen for them.
What did he say? No, it's mad weird. My name is Rodney. Well, why do you have all that other stuff going on, Rodney? What's Yendor mean? Now you got to tell us why you have that as your name. Look, I am so against people that don't use their government for their social channels. Like this,
Hey,
this, X-Man 357 or
I know what X-Men 357 is, but
I'm just saying, people that use this big sexy 72
well,
use your government.
that's
Like
Trey. That's Trey
I
Thomas.
know I sound old because I am old, y'all. Don't let this fool you. I don't even have the time or patience. Well, nice to know your name is Rodney. Change your screen name to Rodney.
No, we like Yendor.
Well,
Hey,
I'm gonna
Miles.
keep calling him Yendor. I feel like I'm talking to a Harry Potter person right now. So,
Yo, he's right. He's very right. It's his name backwards.
oh, get out! Why would you do that? That's so extra.
Hold
You
up, I
doing?
gotta do this. I gotta do
You doing the most?
this. His name backwards is Endor. Hey, I love
That's
this.
still some Harry Potter shit. That's what that is. That is still some Harry Potter shit. Let me put my name
This is
backwards
Eagles
as my
talk by
screen
Eagles
name.
fans, and we love how y'all do your stuff. This is hilarious. Miles Smith.
Now I'm
I
mad
love
at you, Rodney.
Rodney West. Hey, I love this comment by Miles. He said, "If we
Mhm.
get Jamar Chase and a running back from Alabama, I'm good."
Okay, Booby
Listen,
Miles.
if we do get what's your name from Alabama, the running back from Alabama, I think he's going in the first round. He's a bruising type running back. He's 6'2", 30 pounds.
Ooh.
By any chance we can get this guy, we have Thunder and Lightning again, like Charlie Gardner and Ricky Williams, like Brian,
Oh,
like
the
Brian
good old
Westbrook,
days.
Brian Westbrook, and Deuce Staley.
Oh, my favorites. My
So
favorites.
we were the first team to start that three running back transition. They had three running
Really?
backs. We
Go
had
Eagles. Fly,
Brian
Eagles,
Westbrook,
fly.
Deuce Staley, and Carell Buckholder.
Buck Holder.
Yes,
These
yes,
are all
yes,
my
yes.
peoples. I fed Deuce Staley at a barbecue once, and he said I had the best barbecue baked beans he's ever tasted. He
Really.
loved them.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
he was
I'm gonna
he
miss me some
was greedy, if you
I'm gonna
can't
miss me some
tell.
too. I'm gonna
He
miss me
was
some.
greedy.
Yeah, he gained a lot of weight. He's about 300 pounds
He
now.
likes to eat. He likes to eat. He country. He likes to eat. I ain't mad at him, but he said they were delicious.
Yeah,
So,
his
and
name is
he came
Najee.
back for seconds and thirds.
The running back from Alabama name is Najee Harris. He's been a 3-year starter, I believe, with the Crimson Tide. And Crimson normally put out pretty good running backs. We saw Trent Richardson. And he fits that mold of a Mark Ingram. You remember Mark
Mm.
Ingram down with the Saints when you had Kamara and Ingram, you had Thunder and Lightning down there. I would love that. So that would be nice. Let me go to some more comments before we end this corner. Oh yeah, I can't remember his name right now off the top of my head.
You
He's a
can't
transfer.
remember, Pat? You are our scout. You're
Yeah, he's a
supposed to have the
transfer.
names and the stats. I depend on you for this.
I'll have it in a second. You just give me a second. I'll pull it up. I can't remember everything. All right,
I
but he
depend on you for
but
this.
he's actually a transfer from Oklahoma. So he actually played with Jalen Hurts, the running back there. He played with Jalen
Oh,
Hurts,
okay.
from Ohio State. So Sherman, his last name is Sherman. Um, and he was something else, especially the college playoff series. He was a very good running back until he got injured the last in the championship game. And that's the knock on him. It's his durability. Can he stay healthy? He's a hard nosed running back, but can he stay healthy? Let me go see
Put
my
up Tony's comment. He said, "Remember that one game when Doug used to run?" I know, because I screamed all season about him not using a run. He was killing me.
Well, let me
Killing me.
let me end this quarter so we can go back into this because this is good conversation. I feel like Sunny Hill, we're in his living room having a conversation right now.
Okay, so my dad loves him some Sunny Hill. God listen to
Yeah.
Sunny Hill every Sunday morning.
So
Every
quick
Sunday
fact about
morning.
me. I play basketball. No, it wasn't my main sport.
Did you go to McGonigal Hall and watch Sunny Hill games that he had every
I was supposed
Sunday?
to play. I was supposed to play in the league,
Oh,
but
okay.
I also played baseball, and I was in a summer league for the Phillies, and they needed. I had to play, so it was either play basketball or play baseball.
That was a smart move because baseball makes the most money. But
Yes, but
good
it
for
does
you.
hurt your knees if you're a catcher, because I was the catcher.
Oh,
So
that's different. That's
let me end
different.
this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
So you're watching Eagles talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. As you can see, Dark Knight he had to work. My brother is out there somewhere in the United States working. So I'm just with my co-host Nichelle. We were here busting it up, talking about our favorite football team, and we're doing the same. We're doing it by drinking our favorite adult beverage. I
I'm
like
done.
James.
I'm done shots. I did 3 shots. I'm done. I
So
gotta cook.
my wife is at work, so she asked me to take another shot for her, so I will.
There you go.
That was easy.
I'm gonna drink some Perrier right now because I need
I
to
hate
cook
that.
after this.
I hate
Really, I love
Yes.
Perrier.
It's like seltzer water. Oh,
It is. I love seltzer water.
it's like static on the TV. That's what it's like,
This is
static on
not
the
like
TV.
static on the TV.
But anyway, I'm drinking a Jameson. I'm drinking a Jameson. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have my boys on here. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do what we call I talked to Dante. I didn't give him the full details yet, but I really want to do a players roundtable. Eagles Talk Players Roundtable with some of my guys that I played semi-pro football with about the draft to actually dive into these players of the draft. So when the draft come up, we understand and we know who we should want. But we will talk about that later on. Hopefully that happens. If it doesn't, it's okay. But you can tell I've been drinking, right?
I've been drinking. I've been drinking.
But with that being said, let me know what you're drinking because I'm drinking a Jameson.
All
I'm
right,
home.
I'll have it with you.
Yes.
Since
Yes.
everybody's at work,
Yes.
I'll
What up,
do this
Tim?
last one with you.
So Tim
I'll do
King.
a half shot with you.
Tim King was a running back for Aoni. No, not Aoni. I'm sorry, Edison. Edison. I'm tripping. Edison. And Tim, I'm gonna let you know right now. You should have been a nose. Well, you was a nose tackle. You should have been a center. Nobody want to tackle you, Bass. But shout out to Tim King, man, my brother, man. Appreciate you for tuning in, good fella. And everybody out there, let me know what you're drinking. Again, I'm drinking a Jameson, Michelle, just peer pressured, Captain Morgan.
Captain Morgan.
And down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, so we're in the fourth quarter. So it's all about you guys. What you want to talk about today? I know we've been talking a lot about the draft. We've been talking about Joe Flacco. We didn't even talk about our resigning Adrian Killins. We resigned Alex Singleton. Um, who else we resigned? We had some restructures in
Everybody.
contracts. Marquise Goodwin, he had in his contract, he didn't play this year. We were voted back to the 49ers. And since he opted out, he didn't play. And therefore, that helped us get over the solid, get us in the green and get us out the red. Truth be told, I would love to have Marcus Goodwin back here. He's a speedster.
I wouldn't
And
mind.
I would love to have him back here. We also signed back Hassan Ridgeway, defensive tackle. He's a good rotational guy since we got released Alshon Jeffrey and Malik Jackson. They are now out of here. And I believe Alshon Jeffrey may be done for his career. I don't see him signing with any other team. I think Malik
He's
Jackson
slow
signed.
now, though. He's slow
You
now.
know what? Yeah,
So
he's crafty. You know,
he's
he's
crafty, but I don't know. He seems like as each season goes on, I feel like when I'm watching him with the plays, he's in slow motion, to be honest with you.
yeah, he
I,
is definitely in slow motion.
I'm sorry. And I like Alshon. So,
Oh,
but
he has
you can
streak cuts
tell the
out.
difference. You can tell the difference in his playmaking ability these days. So, you know.
Well, I think Alshon Jeffrey ran a I'm about to look it up right now.
But can we talk about our O line? Like,
They're back.
I know they're back, but I feel like
Wait, wait.
they're
Let me
back.
let me give you
We
this.
need
Can I
to
give you
be
this real quick?
building them up. We need some young folks to be coming in besides Malata. Like, I
We
feel
do.
like we need at
We got
least
Herbert. We got Herbert. Nate Herbert was very good at guard
okay.
when he was healthy. Jack Driscoll played very,
Yeah, Driscoll
very
was
well
okay. Yeah,
before he got injured. The thing about those guys, they have to stay healthy. Andre Dillard's coming back, whatever that might be worth. Then we got Malata, who may be the future at our left
I
tackle.
like Malata. I think if this new coaching staff can coach him up, he can be a formidable, tackle in this league
I want to say this
overall.
real quick. I want to say this to everybody that's looking at Kyle Pitts as a wide receiver. Kyle Pitts ran a 4.48, I think it was. Alshon Jeffrey ran a 4.48.
Mm.
And now we're looking at Alshon Jeffrey like, oh, he's so slow.
He was slow from the rip.
He was slow from the rip. So Kyle Pitts is nothing but a little bit taller Alshon
Yeah,
Jeffrey.
yeah.
But you know what? If you look at our offensive line, we have promising guys coming back
We
this year.
do. We
Got a
do.
healthy Brandon Brooks. You got a healthy Lane Johnson. Jason Kelsey is coming back. He said, "You know what?
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm coming back to
I
help
love
the team."
that Jason's coming back.
Yes,
And I think the nature of the offensive line position um literally, you know, can you can have a lot of injuries at that position because
mhm,
they're your first line of defense. So my main concern is just having the proper training staff to keep them healthy and keep
yeah.
them in shape to deal with the blows that they receive as being that first line of defense,
We need to get rid of
as an
ice
O
cream.
lineman.
Ice cream is out the door. Smoothies are
Yeah.
back in here. Smoothies
Yeah.
are back in the building.
Smoothies and pickle juice. No cramping. They need more
Yes.
stretching. Like they need a yoga instructor. Seriously, the better stretched you are, the
Mhm.
less injury prone you are.
That is
When
true, but the offensive linemen are
or the more
prone.
flexible you are, the less injury prone you
Yeah,
are. Put it
they're
that
prone to
way.
get injured because they are always in awkward positions. Uh,
Always. Oh,
always in
that's why they need yoga more than anybody, more than the receivers or anybody else. It's the O line. If you can keep them flexible,
mhm.
I think you would have a big difference and that's just going back to, my days of being a personal trainer when I was in college making some extra cash. But yeah, you keep our O line flexible, yeah, you can probably keep them healthy longer.
Yeah, definitely. We'll go some more comments. Gindor, or I'm not gonna say his name backwards. I'm making it
Rodney West with his
uh,
Harry Potter name on Eagles top. Yendor. We're still
the
calling
Ravens
you
love some
Yendor.
old ass mechanical receivers. Respectfully.
Respectfully, air quotes.
Get that Ozzy Jordan here. Listen, Jordan Mailata has shown a lot of promise. You got to realize this guy didn't play football until he came over here to the States. Like, he didn't play American football until he was drafted by the Eagles in the 7th round.
He's
And,
repping. He's
and
repping.
he's
He's
and he's
repping. He's
been
repping for the Aussies, Tony. He's repping.
Yes, he's been dominant at the left tackle position, one of the hardest positions in football when you have a right-handed quarterback. He has been a dominant guy in that position. He's taken on some very, very good uh, uh, defensive ends, and he has stood his ground. He only gains to get better. Now I saw Tarif put up a comment about moving Dillard to guard. Um, that might not happen. I could see Dillard being our swing guy. Uh, and this go back to my bias about Pac-10 offensive linemen. I don't like Pac-10 offensive linemen. I really don't. So they talking about Sue Penny, whatever his name is from Oregon. I don't like Pac-10 guys because they're not going against any dominant.
If I gotta hear about your
They're
your
not. Come on.
hatred for Pac-10 one
Listen,
more
they're
week.
going against guys my size. I'm 6'1", 240 something pounds, right?
You're like Pac-10 is
You're
soul.
going against
Pac-10
me.
is
You're
soul.
going against me. You're going against me. All right. So I'm not going to stand for these Pac-10 guys. I'd rather go for a Big Ten offensive lineman any time of the day, especially a guy from either Iowa, some guys from Ohio State, Penn State, of course, and now Northwestern. Northwestern got this tackle that went against the Bosa's and Chase Young and held his own. And his name is Slaughter. I would love to have him. He's going to be a top 10 pick, you know.
Mhm.
So let me go to some more comments.
Orlando mentioned bringing in younger O line. I agree. I said we need to keep O linemen in the pipeline because your offense is won and lost. Oh, thanks, KLS.
Well,
Is
appreciate
that
you.
your real name? Do I have to ask?
uh, Yendor, why Pat keep disrespecting Pitts? Why you compare old ass Ashan to
Look,
young Pitts? I thought it
Yendor,
was kinda a deep field
aka
threat on the
Rodney.
Bears. He was
My
just
name is backwards.
Orlando. This is a long comment. You gotta.
You should have never told me that was all your name backwards because I'm
We're
gonna
gonna
harp
say
on
that the
that
whole
every
time.
time you hear.
All right, let me go to her Orlando comment. You got to take in fact all those names are fighting Father Time. So yeah, their time is up. Watching those young defensive going be fast and stronger. About training and doctors' age is how many injuries they have to look at. Line is old and they are unproven with Dillard and the rope. We got Milata. We need to draft young O line. I
We
do
do.
think I
We
do think we
do.
draft O
We
linemen.
do.
We need to get younger, but we got some young guys here. Like I said, we got Jack Driscoll. He's going to take over at some position, and he has the ability to go all the way down the line except for center. Nate Holberg was drafted to be a center. He's a center. So was Isaac Salamalu. Salamalu was drafted to be a center. So these guys are interchangeable at the guard position to play that position. Then you got Andre Dillard, who's going to get trained to be that swing tackle, and Jordan Mailata is your left tackle of the future. Tarif, I hate wasting a first round pick. I do too.
Look. Like somebody said earlier, Howie's the X factor. We don't know if Howie's going to waste the pick or not. We don't know. We don't know what Howie's going
It's
to do.
Howie.
It's all on Howie. Like seriously, when's the draft again? April what? What is it?
End of this in the April, April 28th to May 2nd, I believe.
So we still have a month. We're 4 weeks out. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let me look it up again. NFL draft is to be exact, so I'm not wrong. April 29th to May 1st. That's when
All
the
right.
draft.
So we're a little over a month out. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Miles.
We
Yes,
don't
we need SEC
we
players.
don't know if we're going to
Big Ten
be
players.
happy or angry AF after this draft because of Howie. Because we don't know if they're letting this
So
new
somebody
coaching
said this.
regime
Somebody said
have a
this.
say or what. We're going to spend the next 5 weeks in limbo, to be honest with you. So it really doesn't matter what we say here on Eagles Talk. It doesn't matter what you hear on any sports talk radio because Howie's doing what Howie wants to do.
Howie's going to end up drafting Semi Fico. Do you know who that is?
No. But
He's a
Semi
wide
sounds like somebody from Coming to America, but go
Yes,
ahead.
he's a wide receiver from Stanford. He stands 6'4", 227. He ran a 4.37 at his pro day. Who? I bet you he's going to end up drafting him.
Why would we draft him in the first round?
It's Howie. Howie's going to draft a punter. Kayla Smith, he said Kevin Lewis Smith is my name.
Okay. KLS is Kevin Lewis Smith. So you're putting the Smith in there twice. KLS Smith. Gotcha.
Just wait and see how he's open up actor. Hey,
He's the
Dale, this
worst.
guy from Stanford ran a 4.37. I mean, he's 6'4", 220. I mean, that's serviceable. That's Mac Hollins.
Yeah, I'm worried about who's going to replace Kelsey when he does leave because I think
Well, they're going to shift.
next season might be his last year.
Yeah, I
You
think
think you think he's going to play after next season?
no, I think he's done after this season. Because
Yeah.
they drafted Isaacs to be the center of the future. So I mean,
Center of the future.
it's just plug and play. Move him over, plug and play. Yindor, we need to focus on guards and center more so than tackle. Books out here soon. Kent's out here soon. Same thing. You just keep getting pushed into the QB.
That's a fact, though. That's a fact. It's true.
We don't need Stanford receivers. Yes, we don't. One more comment. Hey, Tim. First and foremost, I already said that Jalen Hurts is going to be the next Russell Wilson. I already said that. I said that last season. But did you hear Wentz didn't want any field reporters at his press conference?
Look, I've had a few shots. He's been acting like such a bitch ass. I'm sorry.
He went on his show with the former punter for the Colts. I forget his name, and he was talking about his time here in Philly. And he was
I
being
told
real.
y'all. I
He was
told
being
y'all
real.
he was not about that life. I told y'all he couldn't
said
handle this.
he couldn't. He said once he got benched in Green Bay, he kind of knew that this wasn't it. That he needed to get out.
He ain't got the skin for Philly. He ain't got the skin. He doesn't even take any accountability for his lack of production.
Mm-hmm.
He spent months not even talking to the press or his fan base.
Yeah.
He's not about that life. Wentz was never about that life, unfortunately. As long as things were going good, things were good for Wentz. But he does not handle adversity. And in this city, we expect you to handle
Definitely. Well, Nichelle mic is unmuted. You got to mute your mic, Nichelle.
Sorry. Something like
You start cursing, so your language is like, nope.
not curse. Stop.
But it's almost
Earlier, but I did not curse this time. But something in here keeps on the thing that Dante sent me. I feel like there's a short in it or something that's going to explode.
Oh,
for my headphones.
Oh, I gotta take a look at that. But
Yeah.
you know what? I think we'll be okay this year. If we have a very good draft and we focus on what we need to focus on, explosive receiver, a very good defensive player, then fill in the gaps with the other 8 draft picks, I think we could be successful. I think we can be successful. This is hilarious.
That language.
Yeah.
He did. He was his hair was in his face. It's Nichelle with an N. Get it right. Get it right.
Yes. Let me put it up. Did I put it up there? Is it up there? There it is.
Yes.
Nichelle.
With an
Nichelle.
N. I was named after Nichelle Nichols for all you who want to know and all you Star Trek fans. You know, the original Lieutenant Uhura. That's me.
Well, guys, this is the end of our show. Again, I don't have one of those buzzer things. My phone is muted, so if I turn it up, you're gonna hear the show. So we appreciate y'all for tuning into Eagles Talk. Make sure you share it with your friends. Make sure you go like our page on Facebook, Instagram, and definitely like us on YouTube.
And Twitter, Eagles Talk 3.
There you go. We're going to transition over to YouTube very shortly to give you a better experience of what we can bring to you on this band, because Facebook like to monitor different pages, and if you've played something that has something that's from a record label or something like that, they will
copyright. They're on the copyright.
There you go. So we appreciate y'all for tuning in. For Nichelle, myself, Pat, the Dark Knight. Yes, I sent myself Pat. I called myself in third person. I've been drinking. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Look forward to y'all next week. What might happen? Shout out to our Sixers for not giving up the farm to go get Kyle Lowry. Even though I like Kyle Lowry.
Did you see what they wanted for Kyle Lowry?
Yeah, no, we got the next Scottie Pippen and Thibault.
I ain't had time for that.
He's a great defender.
Les Bowen tweeted about that. I said, hell no. That's a terrible idea. No. Kyle could stay right where he is. Bye.
Even though we gave up Tony Bradley, he was playing very well.
Whatever. No.
We found out tonight.
They wanted Thibault. They wanted what's the young boy's name?
They wanted everything.
Massey. They wanted everything. They wanted our firstborn. They wanted everything. Yeah, no.
That's why his ass. So shout out to all y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. It's time for us to go. I gotta get some food in my system because you can look at my face. It's shiny.
I'm starving.
For the show, for the Dark Knight, and for myself, Pat, we appreciate y'all. This is Eagles Talk. We see y'all next week. Peace.
We go live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Smash him up, crack that fool. Quarterback, crack, yo, sack that fool. Hit him,